Hi folks, welcome to another Qashqai video. Today we're doing a wish.com special / modification because the items that I've got are from wish.com, so let's hope that they work. It'll be interesting how long they last. But it's also a modification that I think is really necessary because what we're doing today is we're increasing the light in the boot. But as usual, before I crack on with that, a massive thank you to my channel members. They are Shane Cook, Darren Lynch, Aina Lund and Matthew Reynolds. You guys are awesome. And if anyone would like to join those and get perks such as videos 24 hours early and shout outs and videos as such, and lots more, just check out the join button below and see what packages are available. So for now, let's crack on and see what I've got today. So we've got this, a little bit of a clue sticking out. So, well, I mean, I've already told you what there is. So we've got 4 lights, plus hopefully in here, 4 mounting strips. There we go. So yes, these were very cheap. So I'm really hoping that they'll work, but we shall see. So we've got 4 metal backed, for a little bit of rigidity. These I think are what you call cob lights, and don't ask me what cob stands for, feel free to tell me in the comments, that'd be really helpful. But they are like LEDs but brighter, and I think they are slimmer as well. As you can see, these are very slim. That's the thickness of the sticker. You can see it's pretty much the same thickness. So yeah, as you may be aware, the boot lights in the Qashqai are rubbish. Well, boot light, it's just that single one on the left hand side as you look at it. I've already done the LED upgrade on it, which there is a link to do just there, if you did want to do it. But even that, it increased the brightness, but it still isn't bright enough in my opinion. So the plan is to have these 4 dotted around the boot. They don't come with a huge amount of wire. I'm going to say that is about, what, 10 centimeters maybe of wire. So we're going to have to use our own wire. So if you are going to do this mod yourself, you will need your own wire. Probably a soldering iron and the relative tools on that front. But yeah, I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to use for the job now. So the tools that I'm going to use are this. Yes, it's a speaker wire, but it is just as useful for any electrical components because it's quite thin and easy to use, and I've got a heck of a lot of it. We're also going to need a soldering iron, which I picked up a really good set off Amazon, which I'll put a link in the description, which comes with a lot of stuff, including the stand and other bits here, like solder and solder remover and more wire and tweezers and stuff. It's a really good kit. Like I say, look for the description, the link in the description for this. And that's going to be pretty much it. So the main thing is that I need to do next is plan exactly what I'm going to do. So my GCSE grade E in art is going to come in handy as usual. Believe it or not, that's the boot of a Qashqai. So we've got the lights, but there's the boot open. We've got no boot trunk panel. So here's the back of the seats with your 3 headrests. At the moment, all we've got is that tiny little light here that just puts a really rubbish amount of light out. Obviously, what we're going to do is run the main wiring from that light, because that's, you know, that light comes on when you open the boot, so it's nice and useful. And my plan is I'm going to have one of these lights under each side, one under there, one under there. Probably take the bulb out of that, to be honest, and get rid of it altogether, just so it looks neat. So that'll be 2 of them. And now I'm thinking, do I have one on the inside of the boot panel there, and potentially somehow one at the back, you know, on the back of the seats. Now the issue there, obviously, I don't know about you guys, but I often have my seats down to transport large things. You know, is it going to get damaged and easily knocked about being there? Obviously we've put the seats down, so the wiring is going to be an issue too, because I mean, it'd be dead easy to do the wiring to this one. We'll just run it around the plastic panel to there, and then obviously extend it around to this side. That one, the wiring could be exposed, so we shall see. Also, if you have the boot floor, you know, the 2 panels you've got, if you have it on the raised bit, that could cover this light. It's going to be a little bit of trial and error, but these 2 are the main ones. I'm going to try and angle them, you know, at like a 45-degree angle, because if I just put them on the underside of that, it's just going to point straight down, which won't do any good. So I'm hoping to have them angled inwards from each side. So yeah, that's definitely 2 of them. The other 2 we shall sort of work out as we go along. So you'll have to excuse the wind noises because it's quite a windy day today, but I've come to my conclusion of where they're going to go. The first one is going to be under here, like I say, similar to where the stock one is. We're going to put it on here because there's already the angle. I'm going to put it under there and run the wire through one of these little holes here. The other side is going to be completely opposite as well. Under here, again, we've got little holes each side to run the wiring behind, and the other two I'm going to put on each of these here. Now these are to hold up your false floor if you have it on the higher setting. Excuse the boot, I've just been coming back from holiday, but it's a bit messy. So yeah, they're going to go here. I'm going to drill a tiny little hole, put the wiring in, and it's going to go one on here and one on here. I 90% of the time have my boot as it is now. I have it on the lower setting because obviously you get more boot room, so I don't think it's going to be an issue, because I mean if I had it above, it's just going to have, if the boot floor is up on this raised bit, it's going to be right against the lights and it could damage the lights, or it's just useless. Can't really put it against the seats for the reasons I've said. So that is my plan. So now I'm going to crack on with the wiring. So it's done. Obviously the boot's a bit messy, we need to do a bit of a tidy up session at the end, but we have the 4 lights. One there, one opposite, and then the 2 in the flooring area. Obviously it's daytime so you don't get an idea, so what I'm going to do is add a photo of how it looks in the dark at the end of this video. So there we go guys, another nice easy mod. Well, say nice and easy, a little bit fiddly. The wiring that comes with them isn't great because they're quite cheap, but it should be an improvement. Hopefully you'll see in the next shot how it looks at night time. But yeah, just make sure you put this weather strip back on properly, it's well seated, because obviously it goes without saying, if you don't then you're going to get rain in your boot, so make sure that's properly back in place. Also the boot light does time out. I didn't actually time it, I would guess perhaps a couple of minutes it timed out, which is quite useful, as you know I didn't have to disconnect the battery, I could just keep on it. When it timed out I worked on the actual wiring part of it, and then to get it to light up again you just press the unlock button on your car and it sort of lights it all up again. So there we go. As usual guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and if you've not subscribed please consider doing so, and liking the video is a huge help as well. But for now I shall see you in the next one. So I'm just doing a little bit on the end here. That was obviously quite a long video, and a lot of it was just me fiddling. And the key thing, just to make it a bit easier for you, is you've just got to realise that you're taking the feed, the electrical feed, from the old or the original light socket, and you're just spreading it across 4 lights. You may buy 2 lights, you may buy more, you may buy different styles, you may just put one on the other side and that's it. So it's a simple job really. I just probably made it look a bit difficult, I don't know. So yeah, just take your time with it, make sure the power's not running to it, either by just disconnecting your battery or waiting for that timeout, and there you go. But yeah, good luck with it, see you in the next one.